Hello, everybody, and welcome to this part of what successful CEOs do. And today we're talking about something that sometimes is not very popular, but it is very important. If you are going to build a thriving business, a business that has a future and a higher purpose, then this is something that you must be aware of and intentionally take actions towards it. So we're looking at sustainability and corporate social responsibility. You'll be hearing me talking a lot about CSR. That means corporate social responsibility. Many a times people use these two terms interchangeably, right? Sustainability and corporate social responsibility. But I'll do my best to break the two apart so you understand what they mean and why they're important for you as a business leader. Sustainability describes the ability of your business, of your leadership, to maintain various systems and processes. That means environmental, social, and economic over time. Talking about maintaining, sustain it for a long time in a sustainable way. But this goes further, not only talking about the economic sustainability, but it talks about the social sustainability and the environmental sustainability. If you are doing business in an environment, you are conscious that your actions will contribute to the sustainable growth of that environment. You cannot destroy the community where your company operates. Where your company operates, if the community is not in good standing, that is the sustainable part when it comes to environment, same as social sustainability. CSR, corporate social responsibility, refers to your company's efforts, your business efforts to improve the society in a particular way, in a way that align with your objectives, in a way that align with what means a lot to you, in a way that is ethical, right? And you can do this through ethical practices, charitable donations, and volunteer work in the community. That is corporate social responsibility. But it is more tailored. Sometimes companies choose corporate social responsibility based on the personal beliefs of the founder or the president or the CEO, which could be you. Right? It could be healthcare. Maybe you grew up and you do not have access to healthcare in your community, right? You can decide to design corporate social responsibility projects around promoting healthcare in your community. Like, for example, personally for me, a big part of our corporate social responsibility in my company focuses on single mothers or kids born out of wedlock, because that is my story. And from a single mom born out of wedlock, I know the challenges of not being able to afford tuition fee and all of that. So I'm going to focus, and I focus in that area because it means a lot to me. It aligns to my story and to my person. And just to break it down more, according to the Green Business Bureau, the Green Business Bureau says that corporate responsibility emphasizes on growth and profitability through intentional business practices in three core areas of the society: environmental, social, and economic. So if you're talking about corporate sustainability, you are emphasizing that as your business grows in terms of in terms of growth, all round growth, in terms of profitability, you should promote intentional business practices in three core areas of the society: environmental good business practice, social good business practice, and of course, economic good business practice. Again, according to the Green Business Bureau, corporate social responsibility now refers to the social aspect of sustainability. It involves your company's commitment to contribute to the CSR by working with employees, working with family members of your employees, local communities, the society at large, to improve human quality life. Yes, the human life quality, to improve the environment, to improve the community as a whole. Another example, you can decide that, you know, employees that come from struggling backgrounds, you are going to help provide scholarships to their children to go to school. That could still be a good corporate social responsibility. You can decide and create scholarship funds in some public schools in the community where you operate. Right. And let me say this: you don't need to do corporate social responsibility when you're a big company. When you're still a growing business, a small business, a medium sized business, you can start, because it is a culture. If you cannot do it when you're small, you may not do it when you're big. And it's not about being able to do large donations. It's also about the heart, the purpose, your intention, your mission, and what it means to you And that one single life that you can help, you can serve as a business. You can start by just providing school materials. I remember in 2015, or like 10 years ago, one of the first very corporate social responsibility we ever did in my company was we partnered with an artist, and they designed um, chat boards. Chat, yes, we called it child per chart. Child per chart. So we designed charts for three kindergarten schools in our community in a semi small town where I was born and grew up, called Kumbu. This is the second small town in the northwest part of Cameroon. For those who don't know about Kumbu. And that's how we started. I don't think that we spent up to $50 or $60 to do that. But I think the least school had about 20 kids, and we shared this in three schools, and the feedback was amazing. It was not about having a lot of money. It was about that intentionality and the heart to just contribute to the society where you grew up, to the society where the business operates. That is the power of corporate social responsibility. So with that explanation, what should you be doing? What should you be doing as a CEO to promote sustainability and CSR in your business or as a business practice? Number one, you need to sit down with your team and develop a practical sustainability and CSR strategy that align with your business objectives and with your mission. You don't need to copy from anywhere. You don't need to replicate anybody. You don't need to do what others are doing. You need to develop a practical CSR strategy, sustainability strategy that aligns with your mission, aligns with your budget. A sustainability and a CSR strategy is just a simple plan, the actions you are going to take to improve the society, to improve the environment while maintaining a profitable business, right? This could be CSR in the food industry, in the healthcare industry, education, working with non-profits, whatever that works for you, you can do that. Number two, you need to oversee the implementation of sustainability practices, oversee the implementation of CSR projects. Don't leave this to chance. Don't just have it on paper. No, lead the implementation, oversee it, go to the field, be part of it, be involved. Number three, monitor and report on the company's CSR performance. Yes, don't only develop policies and strategies. Don't only send people to the field to implement. You should take the leadership to monitor the performance. Monitor if what you're doing is creating impact. You can do a project, and 3 months later, you go back to that school, go back to that health center, go back to that community and check what is the impact. What is the impact of this CSR project in the community? Next is your responsibility to use your position and your leadership to engage stakeholders on CSR issues, on sustainability issues. Let's say, for example, one of your stakeholders, you have investors. You can reach out to them when you're sharing dividends and say, look, guys, can you give us just 1% of your annual dividends? We're going to use this money to do this, and this in the community where we run our business, and we're able to give you profits, give you dividends, right? That is you engaging the stakeholders. You can also engage your employees and say, hey, this is not a must, but it's optional. If you feel that you can give us 1%, 0.5% of your annual profit, annual salary, so we can do this in the community where we operate, we would like it. Those who want to do this, please reach out to me. That is you engaging with the necessary stakeholders to promote corporate social responsibility. Next is advocate for sustainability issues at the board level and at the employee level. I was already talking about this, right? You can advocate for this. Sometimes people are not conscious of it. Advocate, be the advocate. Talk to your board, talk to your group of shareholders and investors, talk to the employees, advocate that, hey, we need to be serious about sustainability. We need to take care of the society where we operate. We cannot leave the community stranded like this. Let us stand up with the little we have, with the much that we have, and take action in this area, right? Next, you need to consistently update the CSR strategy of your business. Like, for example, many times we used to train people in our community for on free business management, free business startup, and all of that. But with the growth of that was like 10, 12 years ago. But with the growth of digital skills and technology, we started organizing free training programs on providing digital skills for some business owners in the community who cannot afford our trainings. Right? That is updating the CSR strategy. Don't be stagnant, don't be rigid. Move, meet the trends, update your strategy. Next is promote awareness and training among employees about sustainability and CSR. Yes, a company is made up of employees. When I say this is a company is not a building. It is the people that work in that building and the purpose, the mission, the objectives, and the products, right? One of the best ways that you can promote sustainability and CSR is to train, educate your employees on what you stand for. Very important. Lastly, ensure sustainable and ethical practices across the supply chain. This is a very powerful way to promote sustainability and CSR. Ensure sustainable and ethical practices across the supply chain. I'm sure if you read the business news, you must have heard several times how large companies will stop doing business with some people because they heard that they were involved in some malpractices, right? That's not good. So you can decide that in your supply chain, among your partners, you can let them know, look, if you as a business, if we hear that your operations are destroying the environment, we will stop doing business with you. If we hear that you're underpaying people, if we hear that you're practicing child labor, we'll stop doing business with you. So you talk with your partners, you talk with people in your supply chain and let them know that you promote best practices, you promote sustainable ethical practices, and let them know that you also will practice this to make sure that you are a good partner to them, so that tomorrow they should not be involved in bad PR because you as their partner don't practice ethical standards as a business. This is important for you. Pay attention to it, act on it, and it's going to make you a better CEO for the nation and the world at large. I hope that you picked up a couple of things and keep being a better leader and a better CEO, and that business will definitely go places. God bless you. Cheers.